Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Elias and welcome back to StoneBlock. In the last episode, we kind of got distracted by this just complete monstrosity. So last episode we ran into some problems with the mob system and all that kind of stuff, and we were working on that for most of the episode. So we didn't get to do what I really wanted to do, and today, well, we're gonna work on this just a little bit. There's one little minor thing that I want to work on, that I want to make, and that is item collection. So currently there is a little bit of a problem, and that if I stand down here, skeletons can see me, shoot creepers, and creepers explode. I actually had that happen just a moment ago, so that's not something I really want to happen. And now eventually we are going to have it set up where we can turn lights on in there, which will honestly probably use this hallway to set up. We'll get there later. It's not super important right now, but the item collection is, and I figured, so there's a couple of different item collectors in this. In fact, I think, yeah, there's an item collector from Cyclic. There's also, I believe, is there an Ender collector thing? I want to say yes, there is. There's an Ender hopper. So we could use this. This is really cool. And basically this teleports things, as well as the item collector, which teleports. I don't believe it has to have line of sight. So that's something that is probably going to be good. And then we can make advanced item collectors if we want to. They are just configurable range and filter capacity, so not really super important, but we do need to make the item collector for a quest, so let's go ahead and do that. It's 3 obsidian, a hopper, and an ender pearl. That is pretty easy. So I think the hardest part of this is going to be a hopper, maybe. The obsidian's kind of annoying, but we have 3 obsidian. Do we happen to have a hopper or something? Don't think so. But yeah, so today's main focus is going to be getting a storage system, a refined storage system specifically, and it shouldn't be too bad to do. We're just going to make a basic one for the time being, and we'll kind of get there with everything else, so we can do that. There's the chest. But yeah, so once we get the refined storage system, we can start storing a lot more items, and it'll all be kind of at our fingertips, and it'll be great. Eventually we'll have auto crafting and all that kind of stuff, but that's to come. So let's go ahead and make this item collector. Pretty basic, pretty easy, and make sure that it detects it. Cool. So here is the question. If we break this, place a block, and then place the item collector on top of that chest, it picked up everything. Perfect. I would use the vacuum hopper for something else. That is kind of amazing. It's what I wanted to see. So, all this armor and stuff we can kind of move later, but that should be good enough. Although, how expensive is it? Oh, that's really cheap. Let's go ahead and pick this back up. Things will kind of pile up on the other side. It's fine. We just need 2 glowstone, redstone torch. So that's redstone and a stick. Let's go grab a piece of redstone, which we don't have much of. I forgot about that. So we might get into that. We might do something else today. I don't know. Oops. Sorry. I kind of forgot to check to make sure I had everything prepped. We have a lot of redstone down here, so hopefully that'll be better. But a 5 radius should be more than enough. And basically, how much redstone we have? We have 3. So we don't have much redstone, but we'll get there. Is there another way to get redstone? Blood infusion? It's not really something. Green loot bags can give me redstone, so that's an idea. Anyways, we can at least start working on things. Redstone's a little bit annoying just because it is dust that is sifted. And diamond stiffened mesh would be the best option for that. But we're just not quite there with sifting yet. We could make... Here's an idea. There is this machine, the auto sifter, which is pretty much just stone. Yeah, just a lot of stone and cobblestone and a couple of hoppers and pistons, which would automatically sift this. I don't know if I want to use that or not. I think I'd rather use RF, but that's something to kind of keep in mind. And something else we can do is we can just go ahead and put that right there. Or let's actually put it like here. Let's put it, I guess, there. And we're going to take this chest, put it this side, and start storing all these chicken products in there. So basically, this will keep all of our stuff nice and easy. When anything hatches, it all goes up in there. So that's a good way to kind of keep our chickens happy for now, at least collecting everything. So let's start looking into refined storage. In order to get started with refined storage, we need to have more stuff. Is that all refined storage as well? There's a bunch of covers. Is there anything else after the covers? Probably not. So, refined storage. There is a lot of stuff here, and I don't know why you can't see it all at the same time, but you can. The first thing that we need to make, if we look at our quest book, storage is the controller. The controller is needed to begin with, so we need silicon, advanced processors, machine casings, and quartz-enriched iron. So iron is kind of the main thing we're going to need. We're going to need a lot of quartz and iron. So let's grab some blocks of iron, and we just happen to have a good bit of quartz in here. We have some more just lying around, I believe, in here. So that should be enough for right now. So we're going to need quartz-enriched iron, which we can make with just 3 iron ingots and some quartz. And that gives us 4, so that is a good number to start with. And first thing we need to make is a machine chassis. I can speak. We need the machine thingy. And that is pretty easy. We're going to need an advanced processor, which means we need to smelt a raw processor. And that is the only way to get those. So raw processors are diamonds, redstone, silicon, and processor binding. So we need silicon, silicon, however you want to pronounce it. And I just want to make sure we don't have any. We have a little bit, so we'll keep that. The rice slime balls we'll need. And I feel like I've done some of this before. Let's verify that we don't have a controller. Well, we would have got the quest, so just verify kind of what we have. Make sure I don't see anything. Okay. So, we need the processor binder, which is some string and slime. That is not too bad. In fact, we have plenty of string. We have so many loot bags. I need to put void upgrades on those relatively soon, or else we're gonna have way too many. Eventually we will kind of set those up to be automatically extracted, but we'll worry about that later. So there is, oh, we can't use rice slime balls? This might be a little bit more of an issue. So slime ball of any color or coagulated blood. No, we can use Does it have to be in the center? Huh, it has to be in the center. That's interesting. Alright, so we have the binding. Put that away. And we can then use... we're going to need a diamond and redstone. And this will give us our processor. And basically different materials give you different things. So we need the diamond one. There we go. We just smelt this up. And I think we have exactly enough stuff to make the processor, not processor, but the controller, which is perfect. So let's make the controller. There we go. And that should be a quest. Claim our loot. And the next thing it wants us to make is one of each of the processors. So that's not too terrible, other than the fact that we don't have that much redstone. So, ooh, we got a creative modifier. That is super duper useful. Let's put that in there for right now. And let's see, what do we want to grab from in here? We have some quartz. Let's go down here and grab like a handful of these and try to get some more redstone. So let's see, can we do something like, what was the other thing I got? I don't even, I think we put all the stuff in there. So, oh no, it was a bucket. Okay, so we can put the bucket back in there. Ooh, fire charm, fire protection while carrying, Lex Britannia, 7 gold horse armors, and a lesser magic bean. Now, can't we use the horse armors? We can smelt it to get 1. 4 ingots in there. That is actually really nice. Let's take all of that stuff out. What about the diamond horse armor? We can crush it or pulverize it. What kind of crusher? Hey, we can use that. So let's take that out as well. We have a bunch of stuff in here. Let's see, what can we move? Let's go ahead and throw that in there. Let's just kind of dump these in here and hope for the best. Not really seeing what we're getting in here. Some condensed blood. Let's open them. Okay, can we dump that after we look? Alright, well, that's fine. Let's go ahead and crush the diamond horse and smelt these guys. And as long as this is on ingot form, yeah, that should work just fine. So we have a diamond, we have processor stuff. We just need more redstone. We're going to need a couple more things, but one of them is just some gold for the next quest. And honestly, that's about it. So, oh my gosh, I hate these Endermen. How did you get out? Hey. How did you get out of my little cage for you? Because I swear they're coming from there, but evidently not. I don't know. Anyways, let's go ahead and start making these processors. So we need a raw basic. So we need iron and silicon. Now silicon we can get from... so there's refined storage, which is smelting nether quartz. That's kind of expensive. We can get one... We can't do anything about that one. There's an Ender IO. That's the one we can't do anything. Applied Logistics is any sort of powder, such as Surges Quartz Dust, or eventually if we want to get into Mechanism, crushing up sand. So, and then we can eventually make silicon seeds, which are not that bad. Okay, so let's see, do we have Surges Quartz Dust? We have a good bit of Surges Quartz. Are we not getting the dust? Let's see. Recipe for this is no sifting. Okay. Well, that's fine. What can we use this for? Solely making skystone. Alright, well, I guess for now, let's go ahead and do 1, 2, 3 of those. And we'll get... I have plenty of iron on me. What am I doing? Okay, so once these are done smelting, we should be able to make all 3. So that'll be something we'll probably want to get is the stuff that makes the thing. We'll want to get the silicon seeds probably sooner rather than later, just because it'll be easier on us. So we just got to smelt these up, and that will be a pretty easy quest. So we have the controller, that's important. And then the next thing we're going to have to make is the disk drive, which requires a shulker box. Ooh. Oh, it accepts any chest. So is it literally any chest, or does it require shulker box? I'd assume since it says it accepts any chest. Yeah, okay. I was scared for a second. I don't know if we can get shulker boxes easily. I've never actually done that in vanilla anyways. So I believe purple ones are the basic ones. I don't know how to get shulker shells other than killing shulkers, which means we'd have to go to the end. And that doesn't sound like fun. Doesn't sound easy anyways. So there's that quest. Next is we need a disk drive. So kind of knew about that. So another machine chassis? Casing? Which is it? Casing. Same difference. Doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and get enough for the chest. We can also do one of these. And let's see, we need casing. And we'll need a little bit more quartz enriched iron. And there is the disk drive. So that is pretty easy as well. We can claim that reward. Alright, now we get a split into storage or crafting. For right now, let's go ahead and open up these loot boxes. We got upgrade speeds. Speed upgrades are not bad. And draconium infused obsidian. That's really nice. This stuff is usually a pain to make. It's not too bad in this mod pack, but it's usually pretty bad. So, with that taken care of, we have our disk drive. For right now, we're going to move this stuff in here. So let's put disk drive down, controller here. That'll get power, everything will be good. It's going to be using no energy whatsoever. I'm okay with that. And we'll need to get some other things up and running relatively soon. Specifically the crafting grid. We'll want one of these. But let's get more quests done. So the next set of quests, we have a choice. Let's do the storage because we're going to need this. And so the storage disk, this is an important question. I'm assuming we can pop those out. So we need a storage part, which requires more silicon. You know what? Let's go ahead and grow those. 1, 2, 3, 4. We do have chickens to get plenty of silicon, but I think it's going to be better in the long run to just go ahead and make some stuff. So we're going to want Prudentia and silicon seeds. We're going to need tier 2 crafting seeds, which means we need 4 more of those. Let's just jump downstairs. We should have plenty of stuff in here. Hey, we got a skeleton trophy. So let's some raw chicken. I guess we'll put that in here. So let's grab just a bunch of this stuff. And we can kind of do one of these. And just put all those back, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. And so there's a stack of those. and a stack of those. Now we can make more of the higher tier stuff, but we'll worry about that in just a moment. So we need the seeds is the next thing. And to get that, we need seeds around prosperity shards. So we just need some more prosperity shards, which I believe we have some in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we just need some normal seeds. And this should be pretty easy. So make the basic crafting seeds. Now let's go real quick to the Mystical Agriculture tab and see. Okay, we haven't made the tier 2 crafting seeds, so that is something we're about to do. And so let's just do this. There's tier 1. And tier 2. So we can claim that reward bag, box, whatever. And there's 4 silicon. Let's go ahead and make the seeds and start growing them. So basically we want to get some more silicon essence. All this stuff we can go ahead and collect. Dirt essence and right, Infernium. Let's go ahead and see what's the next quest. Intermedium, we need 1 of those, so let's make, I don't know, a stack, or I guess 16. So there's that. And then Supremium is next. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll get 4 of those. And then, oh, sorry, that's Superium. This is Supremium. And that will give us that quest. So, out of curiosity, we have an infusion stone. How hard is it to make the top tier infusion stone? The master. Oh, that's really easy. And since that has unlimited uses, let's go ahead and start working towards that. So we're gonna need a little bit more. Getting sidetracked again, but this one is a little bit better. We're gonna need more essence. That's kind of predictable, but it will get there. So let's go ahead and do that. Balance grid. Let's just try to make the 16. We'll put the rest of it in here. And 4. So there's 2 of the 4 that we need. And then we'll need a diamond and some prosperity shards. Let's go ahead and put the prosperity shards in there so I know where they're at. What's the easiest way to get this stuff? There's ore, or we sift. And I think sifting is probably the easiest. With a diamond, it's a 16% chance. That's not that bad. So that'll work. Alright, so we have silicon seeds growing. We'll collect the essence. And eventually we'll have that all auto-crafted, like auto-harvested and whatnot. But for now, let's go ahead and open these chests. More speed upgrades. More viaducts. Don't care about those. It's not going to be super useful in this map. Ooh, 64K storage disks. These are really nice. And super useful. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to have all the storage. So we might skip the storage quest for right now. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of storage. And it's completely free because, well, we kind of collected all the items from drops, so from the loot boxes. So what's the last one? More magical fertilizer. How much? Half a stack. Not bad. So we want more silicon. We can just kind of come over here and destroy the crop. Whoops. Alright, where is my stone hoe? Let's get this guy placed back down. Again, I don't know that fertilized dirt works any better, but might as well, I guess. And we just do this and get a bunch of silicon for right now. Because I don't really care about the magical fertilizer. It's not something I really care to keep. It has no uses. The fertilized essence does, but that's it. So let's go ahead and make just a bunch of this silicon. And that's the only kind it makes, so let's just get, wow, a lot. And we'll put the rest of the silicon essence away. Cool. So, let's forget about the infusion for right now. We'll get close to that probably before next episode. Hopefully, because of just the amount of stuff we're going to have. And Sanium is the last one. And I'm just curious. Do you need to have the master? You do not. Okay, so it's just 4 of those. That's just a lot of essence, to be honest, but really not that hard. And we'll make all the seeds and all that kind of stuff. We'll worry about that later. For right now, we're kind of good where we're at. So let's go back to storage, and let's make the crafting grid. That's the next thing on the list, and it's probably one of the most important things. So the crafting grid requires, first of all, a crafting table. We'll get that. Go ahead and make that. It's also going to require a grid, which requires construction cord, destruction cord, and 2 improved processors, which is the gold ones. So we're going to need 1 more piece of gold. Let's grab a little bit of gold, because that's something that's also often used. And let's see, grid. We're going to need more quartz-enriched iron. Just do something like that. That should be plenty of that. So there's machine casing. Let's go ahead and get construction core is a basic processor with some glowstone. Okay, that's easy enough. And the other one requires another basic processor, so let's get one of those. We just need one of these as well, and then just put the quartz in there for right now. Smelt this stuff up. So we have the construction core as well as the basic processor. We're going to need 3 glass. So let's go ahead and get that cooked up. And just something like this makes the destruction core. We should be able to make the grid in just a second. So once we have that, we'll be able to upgrade it pretty much immediately. And then we can get going. Apologies, I was checking my phone. I had a message. Sorry, professional, I know. So there's the grid. And then, we still need one more thing. Still need one more advanced processor. So we'll just smelt that up and we'll be good to go. Now, is there any other ways to get this? No. We're going to need to keep a decent supply of the slime balls. Again, rice is probably going to be our best option. You know, do we have... we do have immersive engineering. Okay, we're going to make garden cloches. But this is the crafting grid, and we can put it right there. And now we can start storing our items in here. And since we have so much, and I mean so much storage, this is not a problem whatsoever. So we can store everything. And that makes my life really quite easy. So just moving this stuff in here. Literally the only thing that's kind of a concern is power. But Wow, this does actually use a lot of power. It's using 12 FE per tick. And so I don't know. Honestly, we'll just have to keep feeding it food. But this is something that we'll have to deal with sooner or later. It's not that big of a deal. Let's take this cake, and we can feed it to this guy. No, we can't. Never mind. Ignore that. Do we have any other food items? I mean, golden apples. And I don't know why last modified needs to be there. That might be something I look into removing. I don't know if we can or not, but probably would be a good idea. Anyways, for now, I think that's going to be good enough. So, that is some basic refined storage. We can claim this. We're going to need the crafter and security and doing wireless stuff. I'm not too concerned about wireless stuff just because I don't typically use it. Just kind of not my thing. Ooh, another crystal growth tier. Growth crystal tier 3. Again, we'll place it right there and see if it works. I don't know if it does or not, but who cares? So, yeah. We will need to make the crafter, and this will allow us to do auto crafting and automation and all that kind of stuff, and it's really powerful. But before we really do too much more with that, I think we are going to need to start upgrading our we're going to need to start upgrading our what am I trying to say? The power. So that is something we might want to look into relatively soon, as well as immersive engineering. So one big thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to start sifting. We're going to need to start automating sifting. And this is going to be my machine room. We're going to move power probably underneath here, so we can run power up top. Actually, can we get into that mod yet? So there's a mod called Compact Machines. It is incredibly powerful. 9x9. Mini block miniaturization. Compact gives you 16. You need the miniaturization field projector. Place 4 opposite each other creatures. Okay. Okay. So there's stuff. That's just some diamonds, some ender pearls, books. Okay. None of that's too difficult. And eventually what we'll want is this maximum size. And I think we have to actually build them. I don't know. But that's something that we'll want to look into. The Compact Machines is an amazing little mod that allows you to basically make huge systems, basically a 9x9 room by 9 in a single block. And you can import export. It is basically recursive. I don't know if you can place, I don't know if it is actually recursive. It might be. I don't think it is. But basically, you can put entire systems into one of those machines and extract and input completely. So that's kind of what we're going to end up doing. That's my plan for, at the very least, getting the rainbow generators to work. And then that will give us literally all the power we could ever want. Now, I don't know what's going to be the best way to go about power for this mod pack. I might look into that, see if there's anything good. These are growing very quickly. I think these are both having an effect. Just going to estimate and assume. But power is something that we're probably going to want to deal with sooner rather than later. We are outputting enough. What is this giving us? 24 RF per tick. So this is probably, it probably is using 12 RF per tick. It just looked a lot worse because of, well, it looked a lot worse just because it was not getting power. So we just need something that gives a little bit more standard power, and we'll be good to go. So I think that's going to be about it for today's episode. Let's see how Potion of Healing. Let's go down here. We have swords, more helmets, and more stuff. Let's open up a whole bunch of these loot bags. And what we're going to do is let's just grab a chest. We put it in the corner here. And hey, we can bookmark stuff. Awesome. That is something that's relatively new, and I really need to take more advantage of it. So another growth crystal. That's really cool. Let's just put all of them in here and then see what we get. Here's the fun thing. We can destroy stuff to try to get resources. So we have a bunch of diamond armor in here. We should be able to pulverize it and get some stuff back. We also have storage upgrades. That's really nice. Some more supremium. Yeah, a lot of good things. What are we missing? We're missing pants. You know, let's just put on a full suit of diamond armor. Why not? So yeah, this is something that definitely we're going to want to automate. And that's something that's not that difficult. Food is also something we're going to want to deal with. But anyways, I think that's going to be it for today's episode. Next time, like I said, we are going to start working on looking at more power options, as well as you just do that. Let's open, like, I don't know, the rest of these. We're going to start looking at more power options and potentially getting into some ore automation. I think that is a good combination of things to work on. And I think that will lead us to good places for this series. So basically just trying to get more resources coming in and working on more automation for everything else. So we have a good bit of draconium in here. I don't know why it didn't stack. But yeah, eventually we can use the pulverizer. Even just a little bit of diamonds from this is not bad. Otherwise, we can use EMC once we get to that point too. 10 wither skeletons. Wow, that's a lot. Let's just try to dump more stuff in here. And see, there's an end portal. I guess let's just take this stuff out manually. More growth crystals. Wow. These do stack. I'm not entirely sure how many they actually stack to, but they do stack as far as I'm aware. Anyways, I think that's going to be it for today's episode. I am going to do a little bit of work off camera, just mostly getting some new gear and stuff. And then next time, like I said, we're going to work on ore automation. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!